And welcome back to this week's Who Would Win. And this week's Who Would Win, I'm going with one that I thought of. Now I've got plenty of requests from people, so it's not like I'm hurting for requests. But the question I'm asking is, what if Goku, it's not canon, but let's say it happened, went Super Saiyan 4 as a kid? So to basically understand what's going on in this scenario, we have to figure out when it's happening. So let's say it happens right after Goku sees Krillin die or finds Krillin dead. Krillin's dead and he goes into a rage. He goes into a rage and he's going after the ones who did it. Now he gets his ass. Let's say he gets his ass kicked by I think it was Tambourine. And because he was hungry and stuff like that. But let's say it's night in this scenario and he sees the moon. Now, he would go grade 8, but the rage is so strong in him from seeing Krillin die that instead of going just grade 8, he suddenly just started going gold. He actually unlocks super golden Ozaru, starts rampaging. And he ends up killing Tambourine. Then, the others are showing up. It's like, Goku, no, Goku! And Goku's like, great, he's about to crush him. And he sees Bulma there and he sees the tears, kind of like he saw with Pan, and just you get that, that he's just looking at the tear, and just all of a sudden it's coming back to him, and Kid Goku just suddenly goes yeah, and just compresses it down, and then they're looking, it's like, what's going on? And it's like, well, is that Oolong? Is that Goku? Oh my god! Oh god! It's like, wow, I'm Yamcha. So, and he goes in and we see Super Saiyan 4 Kid Goku. And he goes, and you see in there he's acting badass. He's got the awesome main mullet of awesomeness. And now Goku's power was around 180 at this point. Now, while there really is no true multiplier for Super Saiyan 4, most fans believe it's about 10 times, because it was 10 times on to the Golden Ozaru, which Goku was at Super Saiyan 3 during the time, which is 400 times. So most people believe it's 10 times. Though it's widely just like limit breaker kind of style. We're going 10 times for this. So, but that being said, it's a base 4,000. So, assuming we get the calculations correct, Goku's power would be 722,000. But there's an extreme catch to this. Probably within 5 seconds of transforming into Super Saiyan 4, Goku collapses. He phases out the form, he collapses. He's hungry, he's exhausted, his body just can't handle the power for any extended period of time. So now he collapses, and they take him for medical aid. He's relaxed, he's healing up. Everything goes along as planned. So then, the fights take place. He goes to Korin for the Ultra Divine Water. Korin actually could sense what was going on Earth, and it was like, Goku, hey, don't use that power unless you have to. Or something like, don't use that power unless you have to. There you go. There's Korin. Have you seen Yajirobe? I miss my beam, Daddy. Anyway. So yeah, the fight between King Piccolo and Goku happens. Goku's about the same, but Goku did end up getting... Goku won by the skin of his teeth in that. Goku taps into the Super Saiyan 4 power briefly as he's doing that Ozaru fist thing he did to actually kill him. And let's assume because his body's acclimated because he's a Saiyan, slightly, he can hold it for maybe about 7 seconds. It's nothing more significant, but he can hold it about 7 seconds. So he transforms, gets in the power. King Piccolo just consents about it. What is this? And then just boom, smashes through King Piccolo. So now we are dealing with Goku going. And then give me 1 second here. Yeah, with the Divine Water, he'd go up to about 200. His power would be about 800. And now that being said, I do believe he'd go to train with Kami, like he did with Mr. Popo. Mr. Popo beats him and stuff like that. He briefly goes Super Saiyan 4 again, just to prove that he can beat Popo, and he beats Popo, but he quickly powers down. He just can't handle the power for more than I'd say about 10 seconds at this point. Yeah, as I'm looking at my notes, about 10 seconds. But, again, catch. Goku did state that, as a kid, when training with Kami, he did try training in the Hyperbolic Time Chamber, and he couldn't do it. He just couldn't. He nearly went insane. Nearly killed him. He couldn't handle it. But in this, I do believe he would use. I do believe he would stay in there maybe a little longer to try to use the Super Saiyan 4 to a better effect. I do believe he would cop out early, like when he did when he was a kid. But he's staying there a bit longer. He'd get some better training, and he'd be slightly stronger for it. I think he'd be around 300 in terms of his overall power level. Because him and Piccolo were tied roughly at around 260. Goku ended up beating him with the Kamehameha, which powered up to like 900 something. But he'd be around 300, and he would overall be able to beat Piccolo if we were to go, and if he did go Super Saiyan 4, which I imagine when Piccolo goes giant and kind of messes, kind of like because that happened again where Piccolo kind of messed up his arms. Even if he messed up his lens, he would use his Super Saiyan 4 power again, which would put him at around 1.2 million and just waste it. And now he'd be able to handle it, I think, for a little bit longer, but like maybe 20 seconds, which in this fight would be an eternity, so Piccolo would lose horribly. Now, nothing significant happens later on after that, but I do think that Goku's full power, remember, Goku's full power was around 416, give or take. I would put Goku somewhere maybe around the lines of, when factoring math into the equation, 525, which, if you went Super Saiyan 4, would be 201. And he'd have maybe, after 3 years, he'd have about a minute's time, minute's time limit. So when Raj shows up, Goku takes off his shirt, and they're fighting, and they're getting their ass kicked. Goku's faring a little better than he did in the canon, but not by any extended amount. So it's like, now Kakarot, it's like, no, I'm going to defeat him. And then Goku's just like, no, I can't let it. Yeah! And then just goes Super Saiyan 4, and boom! Just smashes his fist right through Raz, and just, and then he just sees that it can't be the legend of Super, and then he dies. Raj never. Now this is the thing. Would Nappa and Vegeta come to Earth? I would think they would. I think maybe they would believe that there's no way there could be a warrior that has a power level of a Saiyan, let alone a low-class Saiyan warrior of 2,001 or 201 million. No, he's the legendary Super Saiyan. That's right, Vegeta. I'll be the legendary Super Saiyan. My super mustache, Vegeta. So yeah, that being said, they're still going to come to Earth. So now we cut to the training for the Saiyans, and that's going to be significantly different because Goku is around. Now, I've done the numbers before, then sometimes I've rounded them up. This case, I didn't round them up. I do believe everyone would be at least a little bit stronger. Like, everyone would do roughly like 10 times their normal power level, give or take. And Goku would be, and I think Goku would also be about 10 times, because I think he'd train with Piccolo a little bit, because Piccolo knows he just can't beat Goku at this point. Even if he did a full-on power Makasampo, Special Beam Cannon, it couldn't kill Goku in Super Saiyan 4. It just couldn't. I mean, sure, charge it long enough, theoretically possible, but it wouldn't. So yeah, they're all going to get about 10 times, but I think Goku's still going to go into the Hyperbolic Time Chamber again for the second time to get a better grasp on Super Saiyan 4. Because now that he's stronger, he can handle it better. And I do think Piccolo would go with him. I believe I said Piccolo would go with him. Because he said that... did I put Piccolo in here? No, I don't think I did put Piccolo in here. But Goku's had a lot easier time training. Yeah, I don't think Piccolo would accept the help because he's at this point he might be too proud. I know I contradict what I say in other versions of stories. It's all depending on the scenario I'm thinking of. I don't think Piccolo would go with him. First off, Piccolo wouldn't be able to gain anything going up against Goku at this point. I mean, granted, power-wise, they're still relatively on par with each other, but in base form. But once Super Saiyan 4 kicks in, it's not going to be, it's not going to help Piccolo any. It's not going to help Goku any. But while Goku's in there, first I believe he would gain... I think Goku's overall... No, wait. Sorry. I wrote this in a way that it's all kind of meshing together. Yeah, I think Piccolo goes in there. I think generally Piccolo's looking for power. So while training, Piccolo would go up against a stronger foe, which aids him more than aids Goku. But the stronger Piccolo gets, the better chance for Goku to improve as well. So they're both going to go up. I'd say Piccolo probably... I'm not going to do the multiplications, but Goku would probably be around 120,000 at this point. Piccolo would probably be somewhere in the 100,000. And that would put Goku at around 480 million. And I give him about a 5-minute time limit at this point. We're not going to see him have pretty much unlimited time because there is still strain on his body until probably around the Android arc. But that being said, I also think Goku unlocks his normal Super Saiyan form. I think he finds that a form he didn't realize as a kid. I think when he's training, he realizes, Goku, what's that gold? It's like, what? And then he just powers up, and he's like, oh yeah, you do that. Your hair turned gold every time you briefly before you turn into that monkey form of yours. So he discovers his actual normal Super Saiyan form, which at 120,000 would be somewhere in the neighborhood of about 6 million, which would still be more than impressive and more than capable of beating most of the individuals here. So moving on, and then of course we get to the other guys who train. We have Tien would be around 2,500, Krillin would be around 2,060, Chiaotzu had averaged out to about 1,000, Yamcha would be around 1,770. Now, Piccolo is able to Piccolo is able to handle Nappa pretty extensively. Actually handle Nappa and Vegeta pretty easily, but he's handling Nappa on his own, no problem whatsoever. Basically, and Vegeta is now completely flabbergasted of how they're able to just own them severely. Now, I don't believe he kills Nappa. I think, him and Vegeta both agree, like, screw this planet, Kakarot, and then, they throw up this orb and they turn into the Grade 8 forms. Now, unfortunately, at this point, Tien, Chiaotzu, and Yamcha are still dead. Krillin's still around, and Gohan's not anywhere to be seen. But it's essentially Grade A Nappa, who would be about 75,000 versus Piccolo, and Piccolo would still have the edge, but he'd be definitely having a tougher time. But he'd be charging a special beam cannon up until this point, and he'd probably end up killing Nappa. Vegeta would be a different story. Vegeta may bats Piccolo around, but Goku gets involved and decides just to use basic Super Saiyan, and then Vegeta's just, what is this? It can't be the legendary, and then Goku cuts off his tail and blah blah blah. You know how the rest of that story goes. But here's the thing now. I don't think they ever go to Namek at this point, because Yamcha and Tien have not been because Piccolo's still alive here, and I don't think they ever go to Namek because actually, I'm going to have to take that back a little bit. I don't think anyone dies. And again, I'm sorry. I'm meshing a lot of my stories together, my what-ifs together. I apologize for that. I don't think anyone dies because I don't think they'd be stupid enough to wait until the last day. I think they'd be like the second day or second to last day just to get the last training in. So, yeah, they'll be there on the day and then everyone lives. So, because of that, they don't go to Namek. Vegeta still goes to Namek. Now the question is, does Vegeta get killed at any point? Well, here's the thing. I don't think so. I think Vegeta probably makes it out alive, and the whole, they can't get. Actually, I think he makes it out alive. And he hightails it when they realize they can't get the Namek Dragon Balls to work, so they're going to go to Earth instead. So Frieza and his army show up. Now, at this point, they've all been training a bit more. Everyone's still there. Chiaotzu is like 2,000. Tien probably be about 5,000. Krillin would be about 4,000. Yamcha would be about 3,500. Piccolo had probably been training a bit. He'd be around 200. And I say that because it's easier for Piccolo to progress than it is for Goku. Because Goku's the strongest guy on the planet. So Goku would actually probably only be at about 150,000. But, that's Goku's at 200,000. I'm sorry, I need to label these things better when I do them. Goku would be at 200,000. Piccolo would be about 150,000. Goku's Super Saiyan form would be about 20 million. And then his Super Saiyan 4 form would be around 800 million. So Frieza's army comes, and the Z-Fire's all handling it. Piccolo and Goku show up respectively. And, Piccolo goes up against Frieza, is nearly killed, goes up, changes into second mode, is about to kill him, and Goku gets in the way. Joe's Super Saiyan starts just beating the ever-loving crap out of him. Now Frieza's scared to piss. It's like, okay, he's going to go final form, and he's still finding he's getting his ass kicked. So he's going to go 50% on this, and now Goku's fighting losing battle. He's got so sorry. You see, filthy monkey, you You really think this? You really think you can defeat me, Super Saiyan? And then Goku's like, yeah, It's like, you haven't seen the full extent of my power. Is that right? Then why don't we both go maximum power? And then Frieza goes full power, 120 million. Goku goes Super Saiyan 4, and Frieza's just, the hell with this planet? I'll destroy you, filthy. And then Goku just, joop. Not even an instant transmission, just pure speed, as we saw like with Berta and Jace. Boom, grabs him and just crushes his arms. And then just, eventually just blows him away. Because in Super Saiyan 4, he's a lot more primal and has less qualms about killing his opponent. Especially when it was about to blow up the planet. So, yeah. We're going to leave it off for there right now. And at that point, let's just assume that was when Future Trunks was going to show up. So we're going to leave it at that there for right now. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I know that one was all over the place. I really need to label that one better next time. But thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, if you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. Ideas for who wins, Star Wars, superhero, magic, anything we do on the channel, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. I'll be back in a little bit with who would win. Thanks for watching. See you.